wake up every night in a cold sweat, haunted by the dreams in me. Not by the earth as it turns, it burns. I mean my destiny. I used to reach so helplessly, and now we're left so breathlessly. A place in the dirt, no legacy. Even though we're hurt, I still believe. And right when I lean to the midnight, I find my release in flight. Rise from my knees, excite. I'm the pilot with the keys, ignite. Spent years never reading signs, and now I'm looking high, see the meaning in the skies. I'm fighting for the future of the people in my life, but I leave it all behind, man, I leave it all behind. Now, recently, my family got together to celebrate my 6-year-old's birthday. His name is Lucian, and what he wanted to do was to get all of his friends together at a painting studio. So we all got together in this really nice, cute place, and they were going to be painting a northern light scene. So across the room, we're seeing these streaks of blue, green, purple. And I'm standing in the back of the room with the other parents, and we were just admiring how tranquil the setting was. And that doesn't happen very often when you're in a room with 4-year-olds, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds. Like, we felt like we could just duck out the back, go grab a coffee, come back, everything would be cool. So everything wraps up in Lucian's birthday party. Kids are showcasing their masterpieces. And Lucian felt like he had some pent-up energy that he had to get out. So naturally, Lucian comes up behind me and kicks me in the leg and runs away to go hide. Yeah, I don't mess around with that. So I went after him. Because in spite of the party's tranquility, the theme was Godzilla. So I had to get into Godzilla mode. Now, something I love about kids is they have an impeccable fun radar. So it wasn't long before across the entire room, it was like, boop, 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 boop. Like all the kids were like, all right, we need to get in the fun. And what unfolded was this mix of hide and seek and battling, role play, my wife preparing to lose her deposit for the party. Here's a snapshot of what went down. So, yeah, you can see kids like start running around like brooms and mops and cleaning spray and things like that. What you can see here, though, is that I'm clearly a guy who's not content with being at a 7. Like, I need to turn things up to a 10. And I believe that's why you're here too, because you want to be at a 10. Because nobody tells the 7 stories. So, I had the privilege of serving as the CEO of a national civic engagement organization, and we positively impacted 2 million people a year. And I want to flex for a second here, because among our staff, we had a net promoter score of 100. Yeah, not even Beyonce has a 100 net promoter score. We did that. And see, it gave me some insight into what a 10 looks like at work. And after I left that role, I launched an idea called Harmonious Leadership, on a mission to be able to reimagine leadership so that we could catalyze our boldest, most transformative ideas in ways that are healthier and more effective. I've worked with folks across corporations, nonprofits, philanthropy, government, and I've been learning a lot about the ingredients of being a 10. And what's interesting is that it's not rocket science. You know, it's the stuff that you think about when you're at your kitchen table, when you're in your flow state. Like, we're talking about this blueprint that includes agency, which fosters ingenuity. There is unity of purpose, generosity, storytelling, and that will help you to feel more seen and more connected to your team. There's curiosity and a growth mindset, which prepares you for a rapidly changing now and future. But hold on. If I've got the clock right here, I'm about 4 minutes into this talk. Did I just give you the twist? Like, it's like you sat down expecting some suspense, some awe, some shock, some drama, and I just looked at you and I was like, I see dead people. Oh, close credits, fade to black, like we're done. It's a wrap, right? But no, there's more to it, because the question isn't, what is it like when we're at a 10? Because we know. The question is, why aren't we there more often? So, a few years ago, my family got together in Pennsylvania to celebrate Thanksgiving. And my dad, who was 73 at the time, he was really struggling with fatigue. He kept going upstairs while the rest of the family would be downstairs, and I'd go up to the room to check on him. And I would hear my young son playing downstairs and laughing and having a good time. And I could only imagine just what my dad was feeling in his mind and in his body because he couldn't participate. And we discovered that my dad had lymphoma. So the next couple of weeks were like a blur. I'd never experienced cancer. Our family didn't have much proximity to it. So we had this tidal wave of information coming in. And we're bouncing from ER stays to biopsies to blood loss. My dad's oncologist said that he needs to go on chemotherapy. Now, what I discovered is that in the chemotherapy treatment, there is a medicine that can cause issues for people with heart conditions. And my dad had a heart condition. But I couldn't actually communicate that to the oncologist because even though they were driving life-saving treatment for my dad, they didn't actually have time to talk to my dad. See, we kept receiving messages through the nurse. But then one day at the hospital, where almost every day I'm showing up early in the morning, coffee in hand, throughout the course of the day, just hoping for positive information, some sort of progress. In the evening, ordering dinner, I learned that the oncologist was going to be on the floor. So I ran out to catch them. But they didn't have time to talk to me. And so I followed this oncologist step for step. Like, hey, my dad has a heart condition. What does that mean for the chemotherapy treatment? And he says, yeah, we're going to deal with the cancer right now. We'll get to the heart later. Doesn't work that way. 3 months later, in a testament to my dad's fortitude, he beat cancer. Thank you. 1 week after that, my dad passed away from a heart attack. See, the problem that stands in our path to transformation is we say it is too complex to live and lead a better way. It's too complex to have well-being and performance. It's too complex for your kid to feel affirmed for their identity in school and to be academically successful. It's too complex for every community to be safe and economically thriving. So we run away from complexity. We're on the move all the time like that oncologist. And we're chasing at work, right? Like, hey, our team's going through a lot. Can we talk about mental health? No, actually, we're talking about innovation right now. Oh, can we talk about professional development because our skills need to be leveled up? No, we're talking about the big marketing campaign right now. Well, our new team members have some innovative ideas. No, they're new, they don't know what they're talking about. Leave the ideas to us right now. Back and forth, back and forth. We've so narrowly focused on this idea of right now that we've lost sight of what's right. And as human beings, we can't compartmentalize ourselves that way because we'll always leave an essential part of ourselves on the sidelines. And what winds up happening? We wind up being less effective, less empowered, less emboldened. It's why in a study by Gallup, they found that 30% of employees feel engaged at work. 30%. So think about these big ideas, these aspirational ideas we have at GreenBiz. Now look to the person to your left. Look to the person to your right. According to this study, one of you feels engaged enough at work to do something about it. Now, sure, we could try to double that number, but that's a 7-story at best. But the planet deserves better. Our ideas, our people deserve better. You deserve better. You deserve better. Soak that in. Own that. You deserve to be able to do right now, because that's how we win. Something else that I love about the Kids Fun Radar is that they will always pursue the most direct path to joy and happiness. Adults, we get distracted, right? We make excuses. What about this? What about that? But kids, they detect their goal, boop, 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 the radar, they're getting right to it. And we can learn from that. We have to take that direct path through complexity in order to be able to transform and thrive. And there are 3 ways for us to do that. Number 1, let's remix the blueprint. So think about all the times when you've experienced some company, some brand, and they say, we are the new X. And then you go and experience them. And it's like, all right, they still lose your bags. Their food still doesn't taste good. Their service is still poor. So they're still kind of like the same crappy X from before. Well, and see, that happens when we're not congruent. We have to be able to remix our blueprints, the way that we hire, the way that we communicate, the way that we measure, right? The way that we strategize. These blueprints need to be congruous with the more harmonious blueprint, the ones that will unlock our path to a 10. Number 2, we've got to sip the champagne. See, I used to be like the Kobe Bryant guy at work, the guy who'd be like, what's there to laugh about? They're like, job's not done. Job's not done. Just serious. Job's not done. Why are we smiling? Right? Because why would you smile until you had the championship in hand? But if you want to reinforce change on our path to transformation, you have to celebrate it. So when you're seeing that change happen, as you're implementing those new blueprints, like sip that drink of choice. Soak it in. Soak it in when you're seeing that improvement in your people, your team, your ideas. And then last but not least, we need to Godzilla up. We need to Godzilla up, because we can't be the trees that made noise in the forest, but nobody heard it. Because there are countless people out there who are waiting to hear our stories. Because our stories can give them the courage to get in the game. It could be absolutely transformative for a member of your team or one of your customers to hop in the arena with us. And Godzilla, like, is Godzilla ever quiet? Godzilla ever timid? Nah, Godzilla's at a 10 all the time. Yeah, this is who I am. Deal with it. See, those are the stories that are worth being told. Not the incremental ones. The transformative ones. And I can't wait to hear the stories that are shared at Green Biz next time around. Because I know that instead of just running back and forth, chasing, being on our heels, that we're going to be grounded, glowing, Godzilla-like. You know, not just like in our B-boy stance, like in our Godzilla stance, right? Sipping our drinks of choice, knowing that this path to transformation, it had to be complex. It had to be hard. It had to be 10. It had to be pain so that I could feel glory. It had to be silence so I could write stories. It had to be loss, had to be grief. I had to suffocate so that I could just breathe. It had to be the hard way so I could find sparks. I had to be the broken parts so I could be art. I had to be martyred. Had to be stopped. Now I'm something like a Trojan with a legion being launched. I'm the villain you're hoping to test. Keep a million opponents in check. My coal is a diamond impressed. When no men approach, I'm yes. Yes, I carry the marks and bark and marching through the darkness. For some, the sun is a concept, but for me, the sun is a target. Yes, that means that I shine. The star in a stellar. I keep getting brought up. I keep working harder. I'm getting better by design, and I'm only getting started. I'm God, and my bars are the psalms of catharsis. Yes. My name is Mohan. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated.
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm curious if you might indulge us in more of your singing, just to like sing us out.
How do y'all feel about that? Y'all wanna have some fun? Y'all wanna have some fun?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Jazz Mafia, you wanna have some fun? Let's make it happen. All right, y'all. I think you've been sitting for long enough, so let's stand. Let's have a good time. Because they say in V for Vendetta, revolution without dancing is a revolution not worth having. So let's get live, y'all. All right, let's rock. Yes, stretch it out, stretch it out. Yeah, move those legs out, get loose. Get loose, Green Biz, get loose. We're gonna have some fun with it here. Yes, my name is Mohan. Yeah. Unprecedented times, that's a common line, but if millions are aligned on the grind, it's undeniable. Money on my mind for the 99, with a unified design for getting mine on arrival, though. This is more than just survival, though. It's a live revival, oh. We fight the sight of fighters going viral, yo. I rock the march with the sauce certifiable. In the tight about facing off of rivals. We the freshest hitting waves that go entitled. We found a light bulb left behind the upper floor. Now we lit in love more. It's how we break the cycle. Know what we about. Imagine stepping out with your crisp kicks on. Take a quick flick pause. In any given day, we make it trends and shape laws. We the generation, everyone is a boss. Speak true to it, true to it. I've got the power. More roses, more tulips. I burn my flowers all day, all night. We broke these hours. Power to the people, yeah, show us. Yeah, we loud, it's true, we made a breakthrough. The pressure all we're living in, all the activism, it can break you. But we can break rules, not only for the system, but even my tradition, it can break you. My vision is we multiply, no division, no prisoners, always looking fly, no strength, no position. It's not to shake you. We rise against vampires, but to stay through. There's a love letter to the legends above us. We take you in numbers. You got inside of the gunners, cross the letters above us. We'll call the shots and discussions. When it's all said and done, I hope we discover the justice you wanted for us. And you're proud of how we done it. On the side, you're the fathers and mothers. Speak true to it, true to it. I've got the power. More roses, more tulips. I burn my flowers. All day, all night. We book these hours. Power to the people, make a hype. No shook ones on the run. Bring the joy back to protest. If it ain't for the love, then I won't stand. More struggle, more progress. So it's more hustle for the love. Bless. Let's get that clap going, y'all. Bring the joy back to protest. If it ain't for the love, then I won't stand. Yeah, feel that. So it's more hustle for the love. Bless. Bring the joy back to protest. If it ain't for the love, then I won't stand. More struggle, more progress. So it's more hustle for the love, bless. Yes, more joy back to protest. If it ain't for the love, then I won't stand. More struggle, more progress. So it's more hustle for the love, bless. Go back and forth, yeah. Back and forth, come on, Green Biz. Yes. Yeah, this is that world-changing wave right here. This is that world-changing wave right here. That's what's up. Thank you, Green Biz. Yes. Give it up for Jazz Mafia, y'all. They've been rocking with y'all for 2 days. God love it. Thank you.